58 Main Street. In Norwalk, this isn't just the business address of Norwalk Supreme Cuts. It's the bustling pulse of the neighborhood. It starts with a partnership between Fresh and Ice. One focuses on the vision, the other on the standard amidst time.
Staying calm. You have to stay calm as much as possible. Focus on the haircut at a time. Only focus on the person at the chair. Everything is not perfect, but staying calm, having a clear mind, and also taking deep breaths time to time. That's it.
Well, let's talk about Dave for a minute. You know what I'm saying? When I see Dave flustered, I just try to make sure that he learns on his own and he's able to figure things out on his own, and where I can interject, I try to, but I try not to do it too much because I feel like a lot of this is course correction.
The hardest part, now this might be opinionated, but for me, I'ma say the blend. Because the blend, it gotta blend, it gotta be blurry,
I like that.
You gotta fade, clear, real clear. I feel like that's the hardest part when you're rushing. It take the most time, the detail work, Stay calm, and that's it.
But once you're in the chair, it becomes about something much bigger than a haircut.
I think what's dope about our shop is we got to create our own environment. I think me and Ice are both very intellectual guys. I think we try to keep the space in here, an area where people can network and talk about, constructive things. It's not a lot of drama here. We listen to good music. We have good debates about sports, about life. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just a good vibe overall. I feel like we feel like home for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Just a familiar place to come kick it. Be comfortable, talk your stuff. You know what I'm saying?
This is vital to us because for me, I can't go to a barbershop or get my hair cut from someone that doesn't look like me, it doesn't come from where I come from. I think that's why I relate, more to these gentlemen in this barbershop. And we always know, and if you're smart and I'm smart, when you invest in the black dollar or the black queen, it always comes back into the black community. I think the best part you do is, in a barbershop, especially as a politician, I honestly just listen. And then I learn from, the surroundings. But I'm in a room with 151 people. So for me to create a law and to pass a law, they gotta also understand where I come from. So I learned just by, like other barbers, the barbers in here, they have kids. So I learned what struggles they go through when they gotta pick their kids up, or the kids' safety, or stuff like that, or how their kids are getting funded for schools, or if their kids have free lunch or reduced lunch or free breakfast. So that's what I learned. I just listen to them, take those tools, and I make sure, I apply them in my day-to-day living.
Like you said, it just feels like home. And, me and Fresh got a different relationship. Like, I don't come and just get a cut. Like, growing up, I always ask him, questions about how to get my credit right, what to invest in, those type of questions. He always, if I had a question about business or anything like that, always, came, got a cut, and then asked me questions. Always asked him questions.
That energy doesn't stay in the shop. It follows you home.
It's very easy. Your work life is your work life. Your home life is your home life. Once you walk out those doors, I'm a father. Once I walk through them doors and come back in the barbershop, I don't think about fatherhood until my phone rings in the emergency and I get back to fatherhood. Other than that, I stay focused as much as a haircut. On the haircut, I need to be focused. I have to keep a clear mind. The more that my mind is clear, better haircuts and better I can function. So I can give a great service. But being a father, I don't even think about cutting hair once I see my children and wife. I'm a loving person and I just give so much affection, especially somebody that has 2 daughters. I have to focus on them the same way I focus on haircuts. Before I was a father, I was cutting kids' hair. And while I was cutting kids' hair, it taught me how to stay calm as they move in the chair and learn how to make kids smile. Sometimes, cutting the kids' hair make them afraid, and make them smile, make them feel comfortable, introduce myself to them, and, trying to figure out what they like, what makes them happy. So now I'm crossing over to fatherhood, It helped me to stay calm. It helped me stay focused. It helped me, trying to understand a child also, especially like, when a kid is nervous, but they don't know how to explain how they feel. It's my way to go through those a checklist and figure out a follow. So that's how I feel like it helped me cross over.
I want my own shop. Obviously not yet like tomorrow. I still got a lot to go up on and brush up on, but that is my end goal, to open up my own barbershop, just like Supreme Cuts, but just like my own barbershop. I gotta stack a lot of money up. A lot of clientele. My clientele gotta build. The business aspect, as far as like behind the scenes of cutting hair, I gotta brush up on those too, like the LLC stuff, taxes, all the business aspect. But other than that, I just gotta keep on the path that I'm on, Just gotta stay down, keep learning, don't stop learning. That's it.
At 58 Main, the legacy is simple. Build the people, and the people build the community.
I think it's dope that we become like a pillar in the community. Like, when you go to your corner store every day growing up and you don't even realize it's a part of, like, somebody owns this, like it's just a part of your life. I think it's dope that a lot of kids growing up, like, this is just a part of their life, you know what I'm saying? And it was a place for them to, again, come home, come and feel home and feel welcomed and, you know what I'm saying, develop as a person. We kind of play like big brother vibes for the community, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what I want to be known for, just feeling like somewhere we can come, feel safe, grow, learn, and look good, you know what I'm saying?
When someone mentions your name in the city 10 years from now, what's the first thing you want them to say about the kind of man you were?
A humble person, a calm person, a funny person, a person that's transparent, a person that is loving, a family man, and always give the freshest haircuts that's known to mankind.
That light-skinned nigga.
That's crazy.